Welcome to Tikkun's Weekly Davar. I'm Rabbi Shaul Rosenblatt. This week's portion is Va'etchanan, second one in the book of Deuteronomy, and talks about one of the main focuses is the Ten Commandments. I thought I'd talk a little bit about the commandment of thou shalt not covet. What exactly does it mean? What's the difference between admiring something that belongs to somebody else, perhaps even having a little bit of a desire for something like that yourself, and actual coveting? Where do you draw the line? So the oral tradition draws kind of a very clear line for us, and that is that you haven't broken the commandment of do not covet just by wanting it, desiring something that belongs to somebody else. You break it at the point at which you actually start to plan how you're going to get it. You're trying to figure out, how am I going to be able to get this thing from this person? And you actively start to put that into action. That's when you break the commandment of do not covet. The idea is that something that belongs to somebody else we should view as completely untouchable. It's a different world. It's as though it does not exist in the same world as we exist in. It belongs to another human being. Now, of course, as soon as somebody puts something on the market, that makes it potentially available to you now. That's not a problem for something that's on the market, and it's not a problem to ask a question as to whether something is on the market either. But as soon as you knock on someone's door to try and buy their house, you like to look at their house, and you ask them if it's for sale, so far so good. As soon as they say no, if you go beyond that in any way, you are then breaking up the commandment. You are then breaking the commandment of don't covet, because as soon as they say no, you have to have respect for that. Somebody owns something and they want to retain it. For you to start trying to offer over the market value for that house, even though they're getting a good deal and you're getting a good deal, the rabbis tell us is breaking that commandment of thou shalt not covet. And it's a very nice, the way the Torah puts it is very, very clear. I think it makes the point clear to us. That it says you should not covet your neighbor's donkey, and you shouldn't covet his wife. Juxtaposes them. Now, I think we could all agree that it would only be a very sick human being that would take a liking to somebody else's wife and say, I'm willing to give you £1 million if you would divorce her so that I can marry her. There's something very wrong with that. There's a relationship there. There's an involvement there. You don't have a right to break up his relationship with his wife. Well, the rabbis tell us in that same way, you don't have that right to break his relationship with his property either. It's a similar type of relationship, and the rabbis, the Torah itself, compares the two. The sages explain to us that if you believe in any way whatsoever that you have the right to try and get something, albeit by legal means, that belongs to somebody else, then you do not have an absolute respect for their right of ownership, for another human being's right of ownership. And as soon as you lose that sense of absolute respect, as soon as there's a doubt in your mind, it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope downwards towards theft, the rabbis tell us, and ultimately potentially murder. It's extreme. But as soon as you lose that sense of respect for other people's rights and for other people's rights to their ownership, you put yourself on a slippery slope downwards. Next time you're thinking of a hostile takeover on Wall Street, I know that the economic climate is, you don't hear about that much at the moment, but next time you're considering such a thing, take over another company in a hostile way, I think you should consider the fact that most likely you're going to be breaking one of the Ten Commandments. Wish you a Shabbat Shalom. If you're interested in finding out more about what we teach at Tikkun and the ideas and what Tikkun is about, please log on to our website, tikkun.co.uk. Thank you.